Hello and welcome to the Sports Center YouTube channel. Me and Carl here today with a special guest. For those of you who might see him on the Let's Get Down to Business podcast, we've got Mr. Eddie Lamar. Lem, how's it going?
Amazing. How are you guys?
All good, all good. Carl,
Live,
how we doing?
living the dream.
Sound. Right, let's get straight into this, lads. I wanna talk about Declan Rice. So so-called £100 million player, one of England's starting 11. Is he all that? What does he do? Where's his best position? Carl, I'll throw it to you first. What's your take on him?
England's future captain.
Oh, he's gone in big.
I genuinely do think he's England's next captain. If it's not him, it's Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
But saying that doesn't mean I agree with that.
Well, do you know what? Let me rephrase my first question then, because I've got a few questions on here, and you've kind of just answered one. So then one of them was, is he a leader?
Yes, I do think he's a leader, but that, by being a leader doesn't mean you're one of the best players.
What do you reckon with that, Lem? Do you think would you say he's a leader on the pitch?
You don't need to be the best player to lead. I don't think you don't need to be the best. You need to be an all-round. Leaders are built up of different personalities, but ultimately you're getting the best out of everybody.
Yeah, and do you know what? Go on. I totally agree with that. Let me just jump in there. I totally agree with what you're saying. So I'll take, for example, Jamie Carragher. He was never the best player.
Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, again, another good example. Never the best player, but quality leaders on pitch. I don't see Declan Rice as that. I don't see him as that vocal character on a pitch.
No, I agree. He's not the vocal of the Jordan Henderson. The suggestion I gave, where he's like that all over pitch, you can hear him from a bloody country mile away.
Yeah.
But Harry Kane's very similar as well. He's not a vocal leader. Lead by example.
Lead by example. That's exactly what I was going to say. Leeds his work ethic is absolutely everywhere on a pitch. You will not. Sometimes he may be lacking in quality in some parts of his play, but he's everywhere. He expects everyone else to be everywhere, and he wants everyone to run themselves into the ground, and that's what he does. You see him box to box.
With that then, because I'm struggling to see. He's not a goal scorer, and I've done some comparison stats for this now. So when he moved to Arsenal, there were all this kind of talk about Rice and Rodri, weren't there? They're the best two number sixes, and Rice has kind of moved away from that position a little bit. So I've got some stats right over the last 3 seasons. So Rice, bearing in mind, obviously we're at West Ham for a couple of them, and disregard this season. He's scored 12 goals and 14 assists. Now, again, we'll compare him to Rodri. Rodri, 17 goals, 17 assists, and Rice has played 8 more games. Now, this is one that baffled me. So, Declan Rice has scored, in the last 3 seasons, 3 more goals than Scott McTominay, and he's played 25 more games than him.
Well, back to your first point, Dan. I think we're all in agreement, not just us three, but I think world agreement is Rodri is the best in his position by a long shot. Yeah. He's not touching Rodri. So to compare him to Rodri on his numbers, I don't even think it's that far away from him.
Well,
he's not a million mile out.
But again, I'm looking now. So Scott McTominay, everyone, he's
average at best.
Yeah, bang average player, let's say. He's got 3 more goals than him, and he's played 25 more games over the course of 3 seasons. And you would never say Scott McTominay is nowhere near an £100 million player or a goal scorer. And then another one to throw at you, Alexis McAllister. So a bit of a gets forward. He was playing a bit of a number 6 role at Liverpool last season, a bit of all sorts. He's played 10 games less than Declan Rice in 3 seasons. And he's scored 20 goals and 9 assists. So he's got nearly 10 more goals than Rice. I just don't think he's all that, me. I just don't see, unless someone can tell me something that's going to...
If you're comparing it against goals and assists, you've got different players on the pitch for different teams doing different things. You cannot, you might have and again, I don't know the stats, I've not got them to hand, but you're getting 35 goals out of Haaland. You're getting so many assists out of De Bruyne. You're getting Phil Foden chipping in. You've got so many different goal scorers and players that are making up those assists. Rodri kind of sits in the back, but then you've got, I suppose, in Arsenal, you've got goals from all different kinds of positions. They don't score as many as what Man City do, but it's his all-round contribution. I don't think he's amazingly good. I'm going to agree with you, Don. I don't think he's one of the leaders of Arsenal. You can see it how he goes.
He has probably 1 in 5, maybe even a bit more, maybe 1 in 7 awesome games where he's like man of the match, dominant. He's run the game, but it's not often enough. And the rest of them games, where he's not dominant and the main man, I find it doesn't do anything
extraordinary.
Extraordinary that a McTominay, I don't know, Sean Longstaff, whoever wouldn't do himself.
I know it's mad. I know we're all sat here laughing, but honestly, I'd love to see.
Is he a Johnny Ogg though? I mean, these are the kind of the people that you got to put him up there with. Is he a Johnny Ogg?
Listen, I'm not even getting into that conversation with you. You stupid idiot.
Ultimate number 6.
Can't even get off your bench, so don't worry about
that. Is every fucking word Johnny Ogg?
Right.
I mean, just leave it like that.
We'll leave it like that. But I'd love to know what other people think. So let us know what other people think in the comments. But don't get me wrong, decent player. But is that it? Is he just a decent player? Is he a similar player to Jordan Henderson? Is he just an engine in the middle of the park that gets up and down, closes down, but ultimately a lot of his passing is square and backwards? And
Is he going to be replaced, Dan, in England by what's the new kid that's just come through who's playing in France?
Angel
Gomez.
Angel Gomez.
Angel Gomez. Is he going to replace Declan Rice? It wouldn't surprise me.
Potentially, and he's certainly...
And Kobe Mainoo.
And I'm going to end on this as well. He's certainly nowhere near £100 million player. Not a prayer. Nowhere near it.
He's English. Everyone pays more. There's a premium for English players because they need to tick all the boxes in terms of, Scott Carson, is in there because he's English.
Listen,
you pay a premium for that.
I don't give a fuck. At West Ham, I've had Arsenal's pants down. That's what I'm saying. I'm ending it on that note. West Ham absolutely have rinsed Arsenal for all the worth, and I'm leaving it there. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later.